Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Fallout 4. Well, last time, we did some business with the New Liberty Trading Company, and I'm not 100% sure about these guys. Like, there's been mentions of extortion, slums, etc, etc, so, yeah, that's not great. Though, on the plus side, they might be able to help fund an army, and I need one of those, so... Okay, let's go and bare minimum hear out their boss.
I hear business with Diamond City is concluded to everyone's satisfaction. If not current, then future. I must admit, I feel a little guilty. We've parched right into the Commonwealth, and you've been very gracious so far. This region truly is on the rise. It's humbling to see what you've managed to accomplish in such a short time.
Okay. Be polite, but do not accept anything he says at face value. These guys want something, and we don't know what it is yet. Though, yes, back in Diamond City, a fair few people were definitely not keen on you, my friends.
You don't seem to have a very good reputation.
Ah, yes, I know the so-called reputation you mean. Truth be told, the NLTC has its share of enemies, competitors, and, sad as it is, even jilted partners. For us, the contract is law, but papers mean little to wastelanders. Our predecessors had to play smart in a world that respects might above the rest. If we didn't employ people like Allison and her mercenaries, business would be impossible, dangerous even. But it has left some hard feelings. No matter how generous we are, attitudes always change quick when we have to enforce equity. That's why having you as a partner is so refreshing. This place is teeming with potential.
Right. So, yeah, the downside of contracts being deemed, absolute law is when someone else breaks a contract, they have absolutely no hesitation about sending in the troops to enforce it. So, okay. They've definitely got a bit of a nasty side. Gotcha.
I'd like to show you that we're dedicated to getting your people what they need. If I could be so bold as to ask you for a small favor?
Okay. I'm willing to, do this because, at bare minimum, it'll help us understand how these guys operate a bit better.
Sure. Tell me what's on your mind.
Your go-getting attitude is one of a kind, my friend. We've recently delivered some generator components. And not just scavenged trash, either. Custom-made by my family's craftsmen.
So alright, this we heard about previously. Like, the core of their empire might be skilled craftsmen back in their home territory. Ship that to where there aren't such skilled craftsmen, and yeah, basically, they can provide gear that you simply can't get anywhere else.
You have a real high opinion of yourself.
Well, if I didn't believe in our product, I couldn't very well go around conducting commerce and selling it with a clear conscience, could I? The errand is real simple. The customer is due on their first installment, and I'd like you to collect it for us. This can be an opportunity for you to see firsthand the kind of business we do. The impact we can make, given the chance. I'll mark that on your map. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Here's proof that you're our representative, and they should have the sum ready for you. You'll be back in time for dinner.
And alright, by the sounds of it, yes, what they do is not necessarily sell things up front. There's installments, payment plans, etc. Oh, and hello, sexy. This just got personal because, yes, this resident is back in Concord, which, used to be my hometown before I basically completely abandoned it. So, okay, there are a few things I wouldn't mind doing en route. To be precise, yes, war is now coming. We need to be prepared, we need to build an army, and I did see in the comments some people letting me know a good idea would be building up my empire a bit more, because... plain and simple, we need more bodies on the ground. I need enough people to, literally assign or send to army bases or whatnot. So, okay. I feel like, yes, the best option's gonna be building up the towns nearby to the marina. Grey Garden's one option, we just need to take out the treatment plant to get those guys on side. And then there's, yes, the currently empty Sunshine Tidings up the road too. So, okay. Step 1, hop in a vertibird, let's snip back to the marina nice and quick. Here we go. If I want people in a hurry, yeah, I don't need to go around, managing every city myself. I could just slap down some city planners' desks, assign a mayor, and basically let the town get on with it. Though, okay, I can't help but notice. Right, war planner's desk. There's now going to be outposts and military and whatnot. Though, okay, no one's mentioned that to me just yet. Let's just pretend I didn't see that. And the best thing is, yes, using a planner's desk, I could build more planner's desks that I could just, keep in my inventory and slap down at towns that might not have all these resources. So, right, let's get, 2 of them packed up right now. The problem is, yes, setting up a proper town does need a full box of ASAM sensors, and those are bloody expensive to make when it comes to screws. Though luckily 2 is precisely the number I've currently got left, and on top of that, John, do not forget. Chalk, you can trade that for more boxes of ASAM, so right, keep that with me. We might need to, go and turn those in with those lovely mutants nearby to Molten at some point. Okay, so that's potentially 2 good new towns set up, and do not forget, my sex bot did want me to go and collect something from Walden Pond, so, you know what? This is all gonna work together beautifully. Okay, bright new day, mosey up the river a bit, and yes, as I probably would have expected, it looks pretty quiet around the water treatment plant we need to clear out if we want a grey garden online. There we go, I see one basic skirmisher. He was mostly alone, because no one else seems to be too alert at this point. And 1 suicide around the back, and that's not a problem. I wasn't even aiming for his right arm there, but he exploded anyway, so good. And hello there, I see you, Mr. Hound. Yeah, if we're lucky, maybe we could just pick up some nice, easy legendaries inside. Okay, mosey inside. A 2-shot combat rifle should do the job here. Yes, this is the building where you need to hit the buttons to deflood it, right? I'm pretty sure that's what we're dealing with here. And, oh, hang on. I thought it was nothing but Mirelurks in here, but no, it's automated security too. Just turrets, though. Pretty easy to take out. Just watch out for the higher level ones. They can hit surprisingly bloody hard. So, okay. Keep on keeping on, check everything. Officers can obviously give a really bloody good loot. Like, seriously, I was just saying we don't have enough screws. Well, now we do, thank goodness for fans. Eyes on the prize here, John. Eyes on the prize. So, yeah. Reactivate the pump controls, drain everything, step by step, hit the buttons, and then, yeah, just keep moving forward. Every time you do that, you're gonna unveil more and more Mirelurks, and, as I say, if we're lucky, maybe we can pick up some legendaries while we're passing by. So, alright, once we do that, there we go, and, okay, guys. I feel like, you're just little basics. We need something a bit, nastier, if you'd be so kind. Though I will say, I'm low on food right now, so bare minimum, we're topping up, that supply. No, tragically not on this occasion, just a bunch of basics, so, never mind, bare minimum, I have got a cocking large amount of food. So yeah, just to leave the old plant behind, mosey straight around the corner, and, oh yeah, oh flippin' yeah, better and better, that's what we wanted. Okay, we are going to be swimming in food in a minute.
Darling, so good to see you. You fixed our water problem, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, such a gentleman, too. I simply must give you something. Here, you can have some of our produce. I'll ask Greeny to give you a discount, too, if there's anything else you need. Now I simply must get back to work. Ta-ta!
I do enjoy Supervisor White. She's great, but more importantly, you're right. This town now belongs to me. Now, just drop down that city planner's desk I brought with me. And you know what, Hubert? I think it is finally time for you to run a town. And I do enjoy, like, the big zoom out, everything disappears and new things appear, etc., though, I do hope this place remains a farm. Like, it would be weird if this wasn't a farm when we were done. Okay, bare minimum, the existing crops do seem to still be in place, and, yes, the rest of it is still, somewhat under construction, so... okay, we'll check in on these guys later, but I'm just going to work under the assumption that Hubert's going to do a really good job, damn it. And you know what, thinking about it, why would I go all the way out to Sunshine Tidings when that's way out the way? When Oberland over the water has only got, like, 3 people in it. We should definitely just go and assign a mayor there, get Oberland growing. That's way nearer by to me. Oh yeah, it's basically just over the bridge here, so that's going to be a way easier town to get to. This will be 2 societies right next to each other. Ah, yes, I remember this. The only reason we actually ever, set this place up was basically just as a daisy chain caravan stop. Like, we didn't really do anything else here, so, right. We've got to be able to do better than this. And with that, yes, we've now got only one option remaining. Sneak, the random raider who once tried to beat me up, which is such a weird choice for mayor, but like, no one else is showing up, so fine, I guess. Also, I could have sworn he was already the mayor of Nordhagen, but... okay, hang on, who is the mayor of Nordhagen? Okay, I'm assuming Nordhagen's still got a mayor and it's all fine. Oh, and hello, sexy. Right, this is looking like, a lot more developed straight away. I love it. Oh my goodness, they even extended, like, the big train watchtower, whatever those are precisely, with, like, the same colour wood. That's really lovely, actually. And there we go. There's a caravan already on the plan. So, okay. For the time being, yes, we may have just slightly broken the Empire, but people are just flooding in. We've got, yes, the attraction Beacon McGibble right over there. We've got homes popping into existence. So, okay. This, I feel, was the right thing to do. And on top of that, yeah, between the marina, say, add on Jamaica Plain up to 15 people, Nordhagen at 13, we've also got, yeah, Red Rocket, Sanctuary, etc, etc, Starlight at 14 too, not bad at all. Yeah, add everything together, surely this is enough people to build an army. Factoring in, this is like, a Fallout 4 army. Like, there's only so many NPCs you can have on screen at one time before the game crashes. So, presumably, we're going to be scaling armies down a bit from the real world. Like, I feel like we've got a good starting point here. Still, here we go. Walden Pond, barely round the corner, and okay. Quest marker says go inside to find what the sex bot told me to get, so... right, it's probably down in, yeah, the tunnel underneath the store. Here we go, drainage pipe. There's also, yes, like, a really obscure and not particularly good legendary pipe wrench down here, but honestly, that's not particularly important. And there we go, big gym. Seriously, 20% chance to cripple a target's leg, that's not even that good. Oh yeah, the sex bot stash is much, much better. I will take 4 duct tape for 4 adhesive any day of the cocking week. So yeah, perfectly nice, though probably not good enough to go out of my way to go and get. So, fair enough, if I'm passing by, sure, but if the sex bot sends me to the other side of the map, don't, like, go out of your way to do that or anything. Okay, from here, yeah, Concord should be barely round the corner. So, right, let's get back to our business proper. And here we go, while I was just moseying in that direction, passing by a couple of landmarks, we've leveled up by, wandering past Gorski's cabin, which is just, a few ghouls, etc, etc, nothing too dramatic there. And you know what? That's really cocky good news, because armor of 4. Oh, absolutely. Oh, and here's nice, back at town, Harriet has decided to, like, come and join society to some extent. So, right, she no longer just lives in the sewers. That's lovely. Though I do feel bad about, basically abandoning this town after inviting a whole bunch of people to live here. And I feel especially bad about Dylan and Carnal. I liked you two. You were great. We should invite you to, like, our proper towns down south and whatnot. Tragedy, though, as far as I can see, there's no way to do it. So, guns away, let's figure out, yes, who was doing business with New Liberty, and if they immediately regretted it.
Yeah? Oh, it's you. Good to see you in these parts.
Okay, so yes, he sounds somewhat surprised to see me. It seems possibly everyone else has realised I just sort of, moved out at some point.
Do we know each other?
Oh, no. Just my reputation, You're kind of a legend since you kicked the Gunners out. Any way I can help?
Oh, by the sounds of it, no, he wasn't even here when I moved out. Right, this town's just doing its own thing separate from me these days. Marvellous. So, okay, lovely to meet you. Thanks for the kind words, but me and you need to chat.
Actually, I was looking for you. Here.
I think I know what this is about. Ah, yeah. That was today, wasn't it? Sure makes me feel better seeing you're working with this trading company. I wasn't sure about him at first. The old generator's purring like a kid with the parts they got me, though. Real quality. And they didn't even ask for all the caps up front.
Okay, so you know what? This seems reasonable. Like, they sold him parts to make a generator function. He is happy with the purchase. He doesn't seem in any way reluctant to pay or whatnot. So, right, just tell me more to make sure I'm happy about this.
Parts?
Yeah, some raiders trashed the place about a week back. Wrecked the generator, and the thing was already on its last legs. Then I heard a rumor from a traveler that the new merchants are selling quality bits. And don't even ask for money up front, but in chunks over time.
So, okay, like we were saying earlier, installment plans. So, I could offer to cover it. I mean, why would I do that if he's happy to pay? Like, he seems very satisfied with the deal he made.
Yeah, I'll take those caps now.
Hey, you take care now.
So alright, like, you know, nothing particularly dramatic here. As far as I can tell, this appears to be entirely legitimate and reasonable. Oh, this is cute, by the way. So upstairs, he doesn't have a bathroom in this house, so instead, he's got, like, you know, a very large animal food bowl down that he just uses as if it were a sink by putting water in it. That's super cute. Well, if there's anything untoward going on here, I don't see it. I mean, I guess you could argue that payment by installment is inherently predatory because it encourages people to, you know, buy things they can't strictly afford and they might run into trouble down the line, but it's a bit of a stretch. Like, yeah, far as I can tell, the deal seems very fair and he was perfectly happy to pay. So okay, mosey back round to their headquarters, and I guess we conclude, yes, if you're like, you know, just do legitimate business with these guys, you do get good product, just, yeah. Don't break the terms of the contract, because it sounds like from what he was saying at the start, yeah, at that point things get nasty.
Executive Suite.
I'm not sure. It is a risky venture, the minimum buy-in alone.
You got your own money riding on it, right? So, I want in. Your last tip got us enough ammo to last the season.
I'm happy to hear that, but wouldn't your wife be upset with you for investing it all?
Nah. She'll have nothing to complain about when we strike it big.
All right. I'm honored by your trust in me. I'll take good care of your investment.
Okay, and sounds like, yes, it's not just me these guys are doing business with.
So, how did it all go? Did you get the payment from our satisfied customer?
Okay, so that presumably is, yes, what he was trying to demonstrate to me. That the customers are happy, he's running a legit business, so... okay, yes, but let's see if, you know, we could dig into anything else first.
You look like you're keeping busy. What's new?
Well, the first few months are always the busiest. Eventually, business begins to run itself, but for now, it requires a lot of personal involvement. If you're curious, the man that just left is a friend of mine. I've been helping him make sense of this whole investment shebang. It's a new idea around here, and I'd hate to see anyone get taken advantage of.
Ah, but hang on. Investments. I was under the impression that, you know, you guys were using your own money to invest into this area, but if you're basically just going around persuading locals to invest into this area, then okay. Potentially you guys are basically tricking people in the Commonwealth into funding your own business venture on the hope that you guys strike it big, so there's like zero risk for you. Right, that might be something to keep an eye on. Anyway, here's the money.
Here's your caps.
Great. And now you've seen firsthand the kinds of trades we offer to the people here. Sometimes, all folks need is a little boost. Oh, if you'll indulge me for a moment. You're pretty well acquainted with Allison by now. You've been working with her quite often. Has everything gone okay so far?
I mean, she seems competent enough, I'll admit. When we were taking on those super mutants, she went straight down on the ground, so she wasn't that useful there, and I didn't actually take her on the last mission, so... I mean, she seems competent enough. I like her, actually.
She seems to be able to handle herself. Why are you worried?
It's not her ability to handle herself that I'm worried about. Allison is unstable, irrational, chaotic. If I'm being frank, she's a psychopath. A few years ago, she led an insurrection over a misunderstanding. We tried to reason with her and de-escalate the situation, but she was on a warpath. So many dead. It ended with her murdering my superior, my mentor. Hell, he was like a father to me. But given the right offer, she turned on the same insurrection she'd started. That ought to tell you everything you need to know about Allie.
Right. That's surprising, but... in which case, why on earth do you have a, working for you in the office downstairs? That's bloody weird. And also, what's your angle telling me this?
Why are you only just telling me about this now?
I didn't want you to think badly of me for keeping her on payroll. Allie is effective and controllable while she's getting paid. As unpleasant as I find it to have to work with a murderer, I shudder to think how much more bloodshed there would have been if we hadn't recruited her. The whole damned incident is difficult to talk about, but I feel that we're starting to trust one another, and I want you to have all the facts.
Okay, I feel like I'm in no position to judge her for being an incredibly mercenary murderer. Mercenary murderer sums me up really nicely as well.
Thanks. I appreciate the warning.
Of course, my friend. It shouldn't affect your work with her, but just be careful with her. In any case, that was all I had for now. Business is running smooth for the moment, but feel free to drop in anytime. Stay safe out there.
Okay, so by the sounds of it, yeah, no more missions for now, but there's definitely something else we've got to figure out about, him, Allison, maybe an old series of murders that took place nearby to their hometown.
Hold on a minute. I'd like to speak with you. Privately.
Of course. I'm all yours.
Excellent. Please, follow me to my office.
Right, so never mind, and when you say office, why am I suddenly being taken to the basement? I'm not sure I like this, Lydia. Oh, never mind, this is nowhere near as nasty and grimy and I'm being set up to be shot as I was expecting. It's actually quite nice down here. Okay, guns away, sorry I was distrustful there for a second. Oh, it's actually really bloody nice down here. A private bedrooms and maybe a shared bathroom or whatnot. So okay, not as nice as upstairs, but I will say things are pretty nice down here, though. Right. Security door needs a security card, so... okay. I feel like Kraken opened their secret vault, and that's got to be on the cards, given you invited me down here.
I was tempted to make an appointment at another derelict warehouse for the theatrical flourish, but alas, this will have to do.
Okay, so what's going on and why have you, pulled me aside just as I was leaving?
Is everything okay?
For the moment, though I find myself feeling rather apprehensive. It's not a state I have much experience with.
Well, okay, we did know that, yeah, something's going on with her in some capacity, given, yeah, you're important back at headquarters, so why are you out here, and why are you, not in charge?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I appreciate your patience. What I'm about to say goes against my self-interest. In less precarious circumstances, I would call it foolish. First, I would like to ask about your opinion of Mr. Glatton.
Okay, so I don't entirely trust him, because he's in charge, and I know that, there are dodgy things about this company, but then you're also senior in this company, so I'm gonna say I don't trust him, but I don't trust you either.
You ever feel like someone's just pulling your strings?
Your intuition does you credit. Allow me to illustrate the future of the Commonwealth as envisioned by our chief trader. You will see an increase in supply of necessities in dire demand. Luxuries, commodities, custom components. More caps than this region has ever seen. Then, the interest on loans will begin to accumulate. The talented will be poached with better prospects. The naive will be ruthlessly drained of their money, dignity, health, and for some of them, even of their lives. You will then be cut off. The NLTC will leave, having made a massive return on investment, and leaving this region a barely hospitable slum.
Right. Mentions of slums again, so... Oh. That's why it's a slum round their starting region, and that's why they're coming here. Like, they literally drain that area dry, and now they're looking for somewhere new to get their teeth into, but... Yeah. Like, you're part of the same company who came here to do this, so... Step one, let you know, get some proof and whatnot, just to make sure she's not trying to, manipulate me just in a different direction.
Do you have any proof?
That has been the fate of every settlement Mr. Glatton has tried to help. Most are abandoned now. Only the slums around the Home Office remain. If you want proof of what NLTC tactics leave behind, you need only speak to Miss Gale. She was born and raised in those slums.
Okay. I can believe it, that's reasonable. We'll go and check in with Allison later if we can. Right. The question is, why would you not want that if you're like, senior and a high up in this organization that, standing to make a huge profit from doing this?
There is an alternative to that course. One that keeps the NLTC here as a true partner to your ventures. I would like to depose Mr. Glatton.
Right. So by the sounds of it, yes, maybe she's upset that he's in charge and she wants to be in charge, and the reason he's in charge is he does actually get results as far as the board's concerned. Like, they send him out to make money, he brings back a giant pile of money. It's just he also leaves devastation behind him. By the sounds of it, yes, they also maybe scalp any top talent in the region. So, okay, I'm not entirely sure, because I've no reason to trust you over him.
What's your plan exactly?
I, of course, don't mean anything as barbaric as killing him. Merely removing him from his position won't help either of us. If he's compromised, this delegation will be called back to Home Office, making this all a waste of time. We have to prove that the Commonwealth remains a worthwhile investment, and without him taking the credit for it.
Okay, but why would I help you?
Mr. Glatton isn't interested in your sustained economic growth. He's after a quick return and a pat on the head from the board. He will then spin the board a story about ungrateful savages that wasted their gracious investments, and they will just be happy to have turned a profit. As difficult as it may be to believe, I am far more vested in the long-term prosperity of the Commonwealth.
Okay, but I don't know how you can possibly prove that, and we'll go along with it for now, but I'm not ruling out changing sides down the line, because as far as I'm concerned, neither of you can be trusted.
Sounds simple enough.
Simple only as far as your prospective job in this venture. I've already done the hard planning. The first thing to focus on is finding tangible proof that would sway the board of directors. And if there's one thing they have no choice but to care about, it's breach of contract. I know for a fact that Mr. Glatton is far too arrogant and impatient to utilize the contracts honorably out here. And recently, he slipped up. Instead of leaving his paperwork to me as always, he insisted I take a break. Said I looked tired. There's something in that paperwork that he doesn't want me to see.
How do we do this without raising suspicions?
This will require a little subterfuge. He likely has a manifest of his financial activities. Bookkeeping has never been his strong suit, so he'll be keeping detailed notes for himself. Search his office quietly, and bring me anything that looks like his personal notes.
Okay, so yes, how precisely are we going to do this?
It occurs to me that you can ask Miss Gale's assistance. I wouldn't give her the details, but she has a vehement dislike of the man that rivals my own. There is little chance of her informing him of this plan, and I'm sure she wouldn't be against a little prank at his expense. Especially if it's paid. Here, I'll write a payslip for her. Be careful. Once you have the manifest, bring it to me as soon as you can.
Okay, based on what we heard previously, yes, Allison's going to be the best person to work with here, given... Okay, he's got history with her, and potentially he's terrified of her, given what happened previously.
You know, back at the home office, people have to wait months for an audience with the top dogs. And here you are with a free pass to their offices. How'd your meeting with Chief Asshole go?
Alright, he mentioned you. Let's make sure you know as she agrees with his take on the situation.
I can guess. Allison is a psychopath is his favorite speech when I'm getting too cozy with anyone outside my mercs. It's why I'm not invited to any of the clerk bingo nights. But trust me, the shit he's done makes my list of crimes look like a beggar's grocery list. Even I need a reason. He just does it as a hobby.
Right, so from her point of view, yes. One, he's just trying to keep her from making any allies that might, allow some sort of power base to be built up by someone who's not him. And two, she's just doing what he tells her to do, so really it's his fault anyway. So, yes, you sound a bit upset by this.
What's with the attitude?
Glutton's been getting on my nerves. Have you seen his smug face? Like he knows he already has this whole thing in the bag. Ugh.
Okay, so you are most definitely going to be willing to help me. Got it.
I need your help. Here.
Oh, ho, ho. All right. This is interesting. Huh. Leave it to the princess to call theft retrieval. Looks like our girl finally snapped. This should be fun. You hold on to the payslip for now. I'll cash out once we're done. So, am I sneaking in there, or do you want me to distract him while you snoop around?
So, okay, you steal it, distract him, excited. Yeah, do I trust her to be like, subtle? I feel like, yes, you're good at distractions and maybe not the sneaking. So, okay, you distract him, I'll get it.
I'll get it done.
All right, I'll get him out of the room. Give me a minute. This is gonna be fun.
Okay, what precisely are you about to do?
Hey, Glutton. Got a situation on the dock.
Sounds like a concern for Lydia, not me. I'm rather busy.
Someone took pot shots at your boat.
What? You spiteful little... What did you do?
Like I'd waste the ammo on that piece of junk.
Okay, she knows how to upset him. Apparently he's super into his boat. So, right, he wanders off, nice and quick. Shut the door, let's see what we can find here. And... manifest, grab that, that's literally all we needed. Okay, nice and easy, let's be on our way, leave the office, no trouble. Though just out of interest, and no, we can't read his computer to see if he has, so maybe, he's got a different take on things to the one Lydia just told me, because, I mean, for all I know, I'm about to, help someone even cocking worse rise to power, but, bare minimum, I like Allison, and she hates Glutton, so that's good enough for me.
Excuse me, miss?
Hey, was wondering when I'd be seeing you. So, bet you're wondering who I am and what I can do for you. My name's Charlotte Avarice. Now, my official title doesn't matter. I'm something of a mover. Might even say I'm a smuggler. I discreetly move NLTC goods to settlements. Anything you might need to keep the place running while you focus on more important things. Basics like ammo and meds, gear like weapons and armor, food, really anything, so long as your settlement has the caps to spare. Or if you need something super basic like wood, metal, or whatever, then I can get you a shipment contract directly.
Okay, I was just, moseying around and there's a new person with a name here. Hello there, Charlotte. So, okay. You might be able to, finally help end this bloody food crisis back at base, or alternatively, anything a settlement needs, you could basically get it in return for draining the settlement caps. However, in order to do this, we need to set up a capital city, and, okay, well, we know what that is, obviously. I mean, how could it not be the marina? I love the marina. So, okay, I'm guessing during this final chapter, yes, the marina's now going to be the hub of a lot of bits and pieces.
Here's how this is gonna work. You point me to one of your places, tell me what they need, and we'll agree on how much caps they pay. If an agreement isn't working out, just let me know, and we'll renegotiate, or cancel it. So, let's take a look, shall we?
Okay. Supplies incoming, a scrap incoming. Let's not worry about that for now. Just remember you're here. If, like, you know, a particular settlement needs something urgently, we can come and speak to you. And on top of that, she also sells, right, ammo, armor, etc., etc. Like, you know, generic ammo and armor. So, I'm guessing, yes, when we start building the army, we're gonna be needing that. Remember Charlotte's here. That might be, you know, a very good way of arming and protecting our troops. Anyway, that done, Lydia, I have got what you wanted.
I see why he kept these records from me. He never did have enough talent for accounting to properly conceal his movements. Full of discrepancies and shorthand. Of particular interest is a recent shipment delivered to a nearby residence. Water purifier parts. How mundane. It's impossible to know for sure what his scheme is from these records alone. I'll need the receipt of sale from the client. I ask that you travel there and procure it. If opportunity presents itself, I'd also like to see one of the purifier parts from the shipment.
Okay, so I'm guessing unlike Yash, the guy he sent me to, this deal's gonna be a lot more dodgy. Also, why is this guy doing business exclusively with Concord? This is really bloody weird.
Oh, wow, you got here fast. I only sent a message out yesterday. The pump is just through there. It's been rattling something awful for days. Not because of your parts. Those are working fine, I think. Just something's wrong with the pipes.
What do you need me to do exactly?
Oh, sorry. Guess I forgot to put that in the message. My water pump. It worked great with the new parts, but then it started making these noises. The courier that brought the parts, he said, if there's any problem, miss, you just let us know and we'll fix it up on the house. And here you are. I wasn't sure you'd actually come, but I have no idea how to fix the thing myself.
Right. So I'm guessing, yes, he's been selling stuff that, you know, works up front, but maybe breaks down fast and then does not honour the commitment to fix it if it breaks. And that's a breach of contract, and that's enough to get him kicked out of New Liberty, I'm guessing.
Make yourself at home. Let me know if I can help at all. Oh, and here's the receipt if you need the proof. Hope you can fix it.
Okay. So if we wanted to, we could just, you know, immediately leave. Alternatively... Right. That's going to be the part, but if we take the part, how do we fix the purifier? Because, you know, I don't really want to leave this woman high and dry. Ooh, but with a fair whack of luck... I'm not convinced that did anything. Maybe luck isn't the right approach. Like, you know, this is fixing things. And right now my intelligence is 1 because I'm badly dehydrated. Which I can't fix because I forgot to bring water with me. Okay, madam, you just stay here, I'll be right back. Because if I just put some mentats and Excel together, I think we can maybe fix this. Okay, I'm back, I'm now less thirsty, though... John, by doing drugs, you're going to make yourself thirstier, which is going to get rid of the intelligence you're gaining, so... Oh, you did not think this through. Okay, but my perception, endurance, and charisma are all brilliant right now, so... if any of those could do anything to fix a water pump, we are golden. Okay, well, bare minimum, I've got an intelligence option. And there we cocky go, my stupid plan worked, though I've also got insomnia from doing too many drugs. Okay, we've got the part, we've got the bill of sale, we've got everything we need.
I'm not blackmailing you, princess. I want in.
You have no reason to risk your position, and I have no reason to take you at your word.
Oh, please. I'm betting caps to bottles you'll need me before this shit's through.
What's going on here?
We appear to be at an impasse. Miss Gale seems to think her expertise is vital to our success.
Expertise, yeah. What, your little plot's too good for me?
I wouldn't put it past her to take this to Mr. Glatton if I turn her away.
If it gets me a slice of this, keep thinking that.
I mean, you're not wrong. Based on what we know, she's very mercenary. She could sell us out to Glatton, that's true. So, we better make sure we're paying her more than he would.
What do you want?
Oh, look at you two. Like paranoid little peas in a pod. It's very simple. You want to screw over Glatton. I want to screw over Glatton. Don't know where you're confused.
Okay, I say welcome to the cocking team.
I'd appreciate the help.
See? They appreciate me.
Fine. I have no interest in arguing the point further. And, much as I hate to say it, I may have need of you and your mercenaries soon.
Told ya.
Please stop talking. Did you follow the shipment and retrieve the bill of sale?
Here you go.
You got the receipt. Excellent. Ah, and you retrieved a part from the shipment. I'm no expert, but that does look like a standard part. I'll focus on the bill of sale for now.
I'd focus on the part, Highness. It's a dud.
Pardon?
The purifier part. Logo's polished off, but I scavenged enough of these from NLTC junkyards as a kid to recognize it. The rubber banding is the wrong shape, and the metal around here is too thin. Dealers wouldn't pay for it. It'd wear out in a few months.
The components we sell are Glatton brand craftsmanship. The parts they make have kept the home office lit and running for decades.
What does that mean?
The Glatton family are the leading NLTC craftsmen for components. Their parts are as reliable, if not more so, than anything made pre-war. Mr. Glatton himself was expected to follow in those same footsteps until he found his calling in the merchant circles. The components are meant to last a lifetime, but he would be more than capable of tampering with its durability without making it too obvious.
Okay. His entire business, and yours too, is built on the reputation that yes, you're selling good stuff, like that first guy with the generator, that's in line with the contract that's been made between the company and the customer. If word starts getting around that your parts can't be trusted, that's a huge cocking deal, right?
It sounds like just what we need right now.
Think his family is still gonna go to bat for their golden boy if they find out he's been tampering with their product before sale?
Not a chance. Polishing off the logo alone is no joking matter, let alone selling a faulty part. What's more, this bill of sale is non-binding. In fact, it barely qualifies as word salad. The board would laugh it out of a hearing if the client ever attempted to enforce it. Now, if I were to present it alongside Glatton's manifest, after I'm done with him, no one will trust him to sign so much as a library card.
Okay, so we've got him kicked out, but okay, I'm increasingly worried Lydia's going to be somehow even cocking worse. Like, I'm not sure I trust you either.
We got what we needed.
That's great and all, but if Glatton gets fired, we'll just get reassigned to some other idiot. Unless you're ready to finally beg your dear old mom for a promotion, Princess. Nepotism gotta be good for something, right?
There's no need for such dramatic measures. I've had time to prepare a proper strategy for a mutiny. However, for the next part of the plan, I need certain information from the broker in Diamond City. He's been resistant to my correspondence. I need to meet him in person, and I would like you to be present to facilitate the exchange of information.
Okay, if you're talking about the Ron, me and him are very close, alright? That's gonna be no trouble at all.
I'll travel to Diamond City. Meet me there when you're able. And here's your payment for finding the proof.
I'll escort the princess out. Make sure her outfit stays clean and all that. See you there.
So alright, sounds like we made a good first step here, but maybe, yes, there's one final part of the process to go. And why do I get the feeling this next step might just involve, getting a hold of an old world security card or something. Still, I would say being teleported back to the centre of Boston, yes, with some corporate skullduggery and 2 new towns under my belt, how about we call it a part there? But next time, okay, we are going to crack straight on with this and moseying over to the Ron to see what he's got to say, because basically, I will take any opportunity to speak to the Ron. The Ron is great. And on top of that, yes, as I understand it, after a certain period of time has passed, Jake will get in touch with me about the main plot. So, okay, it's been a couple of days at this point. We must be getting up to the point where he's ready to kick off Operation and build an army. So hopefully you join me for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Fallout 4. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Ah,
We have got a gate key here, and then we have got... I've made a mistake! I've made a mistake! I've made a mistake! I've made a mistake! This is going to take all of my skill and cunning as a hunter to sort out... Die, you mooing bastards! Die! Die! Go away. Go away, nobody likes you. That was a good idea till it wasn't.